Hey folks, Professor Blowers back here today with Plant here, and we're going to be working together to learn Chapter 6 in PowerPoint, the grader, 6G. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So here's the instruction, 6G repairs. First thing we'll do is apply a push transition to all slides in the presentation worth 8 points. All right, step number 2. So we're on slide number 1. Now let's have a look at the files before we get too far into it. So after you've extracted it, you should see 3 files, all right? So the repairs PPTX, so we know it's not a template. We've got our final result, and we have our instructions. So let's look at the final result. Here it is. We've got 7 slides, a lot going on in each of them. So let's go on to step number 2. First off, enable editing. And what we'll want to do is click on the Transitions tab up at the top. The one we're looking for is in the Transitions to this slide group, would be our push transition. Now, notice as you hover over each of them, it'll give you a quick preview of what it is, right? This is what push is. What you're going to want to do is click it. Notice it will show you what it does. And over here in the timing group, click Apply to All. And as you go to each of the slides, you'll notice one, you've got this star. Oh, it's got animations. Oh, but then click here, push is applied. Click here, push is applied. And so we can tell, given a few different clues, that we have completed step number 2. What do you say, Plant? Should we jump to 3? All right, let's jump to slide number 2. So have a look here. We've got a smart art graphic next to a photo of somebody working on a car. So you'll see over here, go ahead and select. Now, if you click over here on the smart art graphic, it'll not only select the exterior of the smart art, but each individual box. You want to be careful, as with any Microsoft Office program, what you have selected. So you do not want one of these 6 selected. You'll have different options available to you. So let's select this bottom right one right here so that all 6 of them are selected, but not each individual one. So again, select the lower right hand corner of the smart art graphic so that you get these effect options. And we're going to look for an animation. All right, so we just did a transition. And as you know, transitions are between slides. Animations happen on a slide with a picture, with a graphic, with text. So we're going to select the Animations tab up at the top and select Fly In because that's what we wanted to do. That's what it did, right? Let's select it again to show you what it does, and whoop, flew in, right? It flew in. And you'll see the one next to it because if we were to apply a second or third one, it would do it first to the smart art that we have here. It would apply it there first. So now we want to go to Effect Options. So Animation Tabs, Animation Group, Effect Options is right here. Select it. And we want them to go one by one. That'll be fun. So scroll down to the bottom so it goes one by one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that, we've applied an animation. All right. Let's make a few more changes though. So let's see. Notice it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's excellent, as it should. We are going to the timing group, and instead of on click, we'll have it start after previous. So it goes automatically, and you don't have to manually click for each object to appear. We're going to have it, let's check our effect options and have it fly in from the left. And it's flying in pretty rapidly at 0.5. Let's change it. Let's change the duration to 2 seconds. Oh, pardon me. That's what happens when you deselect. 2 seconds right there. And let's present it. Check. Ooh, that's far too long, right? So what I like about PowerPoint is that you have the opportunity to try a lot of different things, right? So I made the duration a bit too long. Let's see what we can do to solve it. And as it turns out, I was overthinking it. The timing is right. 2 seconds looks good. I know that it comes in a bit more slowly, but it does give you the chance as a presenter to explain to the audience what each of these titles means. And so that works. Those 2 seconds are just the right amount of time. And most importantly, you won't get marked down by the My Lab IT system for doing so. So next order of business is let's go ahead, click on slide number 3. And there's a lot going on here. Let's have a look at the directions again. And it looks like we're going to apply the fly-in entrance effect as well. Set the effects sequence to all at once from left in 2 seconds. That sounds quite familiar. Let's dive into it. And this indeed will be familiar. So go ahead and select, this time let's do the northeast corner. And there you go. And you may select it like this too. You don't want to do that. Go ahead and select the exterior so that the whole Smart Art graphic is selected as such. Remember, we're still in the Animations tab. Let's have it fly in, as I mentioned. And there it goes. A little too quick. Let's have it start, instead of on click, let's have it start. Let's keep it there for now. Effect options, let's have it go all at once. Perfect. And let's see, what other changes do we need to make? From left, 2 seconds, that's right. All at once, from left, 2 seconds. All right, so we'll select it. And I got it the first time there. We'll go effect options, have it come in from the left. Duration, this time I'm going to toggle up and it'll go by the quarter. So boom, 2 seconds right there. Let's preview it. And that's over here it's the preview button in the preview group. All right, looks pretty good. Looks great, actually. And so keep in mind, this next step is worth 16 points. So bear with me. You've had a lot of practice at it, and it'll look pretty familiar. So let's go ahead, and now that we're done with slide 3, we'll jump to slide number 4, and we'll see if we can select the whole object, and he does it. All right. If you accidentally selected one of these text boxes or misselected or for whatever reason have any of the dots looking like this, you can select off of it, reselect it. What you want is to only have these selection handles here selected. And let's see here, for 16 points, fade 1 by 1 after previous. All right, so we're still in the Animations tab, Animation Group, there's fade. We'll go to Effect Options, and we'll change it to 1 by 1. And it has a start after previous. Perfect. Oh, hey, whoops. Let's see, fade 1 by 1. Start after previous, and just like that we can preview it. Check, 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 and we won't do anything with the duration. This seems like a reasonable amount of time for that step. Take your 16 points, we'll move on. We are going to move all the way to slide number 7. We're looking at the lower right corner of the slide. For 10 points, we'll insert an action button. So back to PowerPoint. We'll skip 5, we'll skip 6, onto slide number 7, on with the action button. You'll want to navigate to the Insert tab. So say goodbye to animations, we're here to insert. Notice how everything changes up here on the top. Insert tab, we're going to go to the Shapes group right here in the, the Illustrations group. Shapes button, and we're looking for the action button called Go Home. Go home. What could that be? That's arrow up. You scroll down a little bit further. There we are. There's our action buttons. That looks like a home. That's the one. Action button, go home. And they want us to place it in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Let's just do it like that for now. We've got our action settings pop up right here, and let's see what we need to change. And in these settings, what you'll do is make sure that it hyperlinks, and it should default to first slide. That sounds great. That's what we want it to do. We'll press OK, And we should have a new shape format tab up at the top. This should be a familiar thing if you're using PowerPoint, Word, Excel, depending on what object you have selected, or text or picture, for example, it'll bring up a different tab at the top. On the far right-hand side in the size group, we're going to change the height to 0.5, and let's change the width to 0.5 as well. I'd say that's about a decent size for a button here. And with that still selected, and we'll leave that action button be because we're going to travel to slide number 5. So go ahead and select this one right here. And let's select the picture first and foremost. Let's hyperlink it. Now, usually when we hyperlink, you think it's a link to a website, and you're not wrong. You can also hyperlink to another place within this document. So let's just go ahead and have it hyperlink to slide 7. So why not? Let's go to the Insert tab, and we're looking for it. Oh, as soon as I find it, I'll tell you. We're going to insert a link. It's in the links group naturally. So Insert tab, links group, there's a link button. Go ahead and click it, and then we will go ahead and click Insert link. And we will go to place in this document, scroll down, and we'll look for customer service, which is slide number 7. And what we're doing is we're hyperlinking this picture. When you click the picture, it'll bring you to slide number 7, right? So without any further ado, go ahead and select OK. It'll tell us, hey, this is what easy linking is. You can click more info for just that. I'm going to say I've got it this time around. You're welcome to explore. You've just earned yourself 8 points. For 8 more, we'll go back to slide number 1, and let's insert a hyperlink to the email address. I'm going to go ahead and copy this right now. So I selected it, Control-C, and Penn Liberty Motors, insert a hyperlink to this email address, repairs@Liberty Motors. All right, we've got that. And so just checking on something, we're in business, hey? Back to the PowerPoint, back to slide number 1, where we started. And what did they want us to do? It was the title, Liberty Penn Motors. So that would be Penn Liberty. That would be this. Let's see here. I'll just Control-A. And again, we're still in the Insert tab in the links group. We'll go ahead and click Link. We'll click Insert Link. Let's see here. And on the link to, on the left-hand side, we'll go to email address. Here's the email address. I'll Control-V. And we'll get a, do I need to include the mail too? Yep, exactly. I was just typing in testing to see if mail 2 went in or if we had to type it ourselves. So you know what happens. So I press Control-V, and it automatically included mail 2, and there's the email address right there. So that whenever you click the Penn Liberty Motors, this text right here, it will open up an email and give you the option to email repairs@libertymotors.biz. Pretty handy. Go ahead and select OK, and you can tell by the classic blue there that hyperlink is in here, and it says Control-click to follow the link. Awesome. So back to the instructions. We've just finished step number 8. On to step number 9. Let's create a custom slideshow. All right, here's a fun one. Custom slides. Are you ready for it? Because I am. And it's one of the more exciting things we can do in PowerPoint. And so notice how I've clicked on the slideshow tab, and I still have Penn Liberty Motors selected, right? And so you can click off of it and click and select like that just to make sure. That's how I got there. So on the slideshow tab, in the Start Slideshow group, click the Custom Slideshow button, and again, click Custom Shows. It's a new one, so select the new button. We'll be calling it Warranty and Maintenance. So type that in, Warranty and Maintenance. Be careful with how you title it. Check your spelling, check your capitalization. The W and the M are capitalized. So as I have here on the screen, and then you'll select slides 1, 3, 4, and 5. So slides in the presentation on the left-hand side, select 1. What did I say? 3, 4, and 5, warranty services. You can then press the add button so it shows up in the slides in the custom show. Don't worry, it shows up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's exactly how it's meant to appear. Once it's been added, we're good, and we can go ahead and press OK. And you'll see it right here. There's our warranty and maintenance custom show. Pretty cool, right? So much fun. Let's do another one. I'm sure you were just saying to yourselves. But really, let's get into practice, all right? These custom shows can really help you out in your careers, in education, and in a lot of ways. So let's go ahead and give it another try, right? Practice makes perfect. Let's get those repetitions in. Let's see here. So we're going to make insurance claims custom show, and we'll include slides 6 and 7. So select the new button. We'll call it, what did I say? Insurance claims. Again, check your spelling, check your capitalizations. On the slides and presentation box on the left-hand side, select 6, select 7, add. So it shows up 1 and 2. That's our custom show. Great. We'll press OK. And you see both of our custom shows right here. So it's important to get that practice and try out things in PowerPoint so we can learn new things, right? Alternatively, we've got a lot of resources in our book and online and at the college and myself. So reach out if you're curious to learn more about custom shows. But let's have a look at the instructions because we've earned a lot of points this time around. And we're on slide 11. I'm sorry, step 11, slide 2. You may be thinking to yourself, there is no slide 11, Professor. So slide 2, we'll select the picture, and we'll insert a hyperlink to the custom show insurance claims. Fun. All right, so select the picture, slide 2, link it to insurance claims. We just made that. So here we are. Oh, and we can X out of this once we're done, or close, either way. Click on slide number 2. Here's our picture. Here's me. Everything's working great. All right. And we will, let's see here. We want to insert a link. So insert tab. We will, with the picture selected, slide 2. In the links group, select the link button. And we're going to click insert link. And instead of emailing it, we're going to link it to a place in this document. And you'll notice our custom shows just showed up. So we can minimize slide titles. We shouldn't need to go back to that. We see the 2 new custom shows we just created, so that's why that comes in handy. One of many reasons custom shows can come in handy for you. And let's see here. Let's check the instructions. We link it to insurance claims. Select the show and return checkbox. Excellent. So back to PowerPoint. It did say insurance claims. Let's make sure. And it is indeed insurance claims. Wonderful. Said select show and return. Is that right? Always good to double check. If you're on a Mac, I also wanted to show you about the show and return. You can't do it. So if you get marked down for using a Mac, I will give you these points back. But let's make sure that we select the show and return checkbox after we do that before we select OK. We'll insert a header and the footer on the notes and handouts. So we should know how to do that from last week and previous weeks. So we're good to, after selecting show and return, insurance claims. Perfect. Select OK. If you want to, you can preview it at any time by clicking this button here. But let's go ahead and insert the footer. So we can stay here on the insert tab over on the right-hand side in the text group. That's the group. You see the header and footer button. Click it. Select the notes and handouts tab right here. Select date and time. Usually once it's fixed, let's check what the Word document wants. So notes and handouts, check. Date and time fixed, thought so. Page number, 6G repairs, no period. Okay, fixed. Page number, 6G repairs. Fixed, click, we're on the notes and handouts, great. Page number, footer is, I selected it, 6 capital G underscore repairs. Let's cross-check with the instructions to make sure we're doing it right. Header and footer, notes and handouts, date and time fixed. Page number, footer, 6G repairs. I did not include a period. We'll go ahead and edit the properties so that we include the tags, insurance, maintenance, warranty. So back here, we're good there. We'll apply to all. Up at the top, we'll select the File tab. We'll select the Info button. Our properties, our tags again are, type in, if it's in blue, we know to type in insurance, maintenance, warranty. Insurance, comma, maintenance, comma, warranty. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and save, which is something that I forgot to remind you to do. So make sure that you are saving early, saving often, so that we don't lose our work. Always have at least 2 backups, so 3 total versions of your file, just in case anything happens. Be sure to keep them in the cloud as well. Without any further ado, though, I think we're ready to save the file, close it, and submit it for grading. So let's see how we did and see which steps we need to go back to. Exciting. And so here's where it all started, right? So with step number 1, we made sure to download the materials. We worked on the assignment from our computer after extracting the zipped folder. Great. That's what we just did. We're going to go ahead and upload it. Awesome. So that was chapter 5 from last week. This week was chapter 6, repairs. We will select this file, which just got wrapped up. Select upload. Be patient. Do not submit until it says success in green. There we are. And click submit for grading. Wait patiently. You can go ahead and close this in the bottom portion. You can close the assignment. If you don't, it'll do it for you. Wait around as it tells me, hey, I got 100%. Doesn't always do that. You usually will have to go, and well done if you followed along and got the same score or above a 90%. That's a 100% in my book. Click on the context menu, select View Submissions. From here, if you made mistakes, you know that you are then able to see on which steps you made mistakes by selecting anywhere in that area or on your score. You get 3 submissions every week, and you can scroll down and see where you may have made mistakes. You can click on the live comments report right here to get a downloaded version of your file, your PowerPoint project, but with comments on it saying, hey, you did great, but on this step, you needed to fix this or this, or there was a spelling mistake on slide number 5, or you forgot to include the fly-in effect, for example, right? So you can always have a look at that to work on ways to improve your score. But without any further ado, that's chapter 6. Really cool stuff. Thank you for tuning in. So for me and the plant, we'll see you next week. See you next time. And hope you're learning a lot. Ciao for now.